Welcome, Mush Eaters, to this War of the Rebellion Let's Play. You might notice it's a little different, but this is Warhammer Total War. It's the third game in the series, and this is one of its awesome multiplayer battles. This is where I've been, actually, for the last couple of years, has been competitively playing in Total War, although I'm not that good, so it's not like I've ever gotten very far. All right. So, Ungrim Iron Fist. I'm playing as dwarves. So my opponent is Skaven. And if you know anything about the Total War universe, not the Total War, the Warhammer universe, then a lot is going on here. He's bringing clan rats with shields. You know, these are chaff. Night runners are deadly missile infantry. He's got a Hell Pit, Abomination, Council Guard, Storm Vermin, Halberd Infantry, Armor Piercing, Anti-Large, Icket Claw, his commander. Too horrible to die. Oh gosh, Armor Piercing causes terror. Regeneration. Oh, they both have regeneration. Great. Natty's Bubo's Sharpshooters. Yeah. Clan Rats. Oh boy. So I knew that I wanted to go with a different type of dwarf build. Normally, when you play dwarves, you're thinking heavily armored infantry, cannons, and static lineness. I've decided to build an entire army based off of movement that's fast for dwarves. And the lowest dwarf chaff unit can defeat anything that the enemy's got. So, all right. So what I'm bringing to the battle is Ungrim Iron Fist. Armored piercing, melee expert, charge defense against large foes. I knew he might bring a Hellput Abomination. That's who I want Ungrim to hunt down and kill. He's just got great weapon strength, charge bonus, melee attack. He's very fast for a dwarf at 32. And has just got some great, the Axe of Dargo, armor piercing plus 50, and bonus versus large 32. Red Ruin, I brought all of his stats for him, so he can get in there and start fighting. I also brought miners with blasting charges to help clear away that chaff right away. It is a armor piercing attack as well, which is really helpful and it's a special ranged weapon. So I brought a couple of them as a front line, and some slayers, some regular miners as well, and some slayers. Oh yeah, these red-headed stepchildren of the dwarves, all sworn to die in battle. They're unbreakable, anti-large, they're fast for a dwarf. Whirling axes, just absolute great time. Throw these boys in here. Now, I wanted to make a separate wing. You can see I'm moving them all up. I wanted to make a second wing that was going to hold this objective for the rest of the match, and I wouldn't have to do anything about it. Just kind of leave it in a static position almost. So, I've got the other set of slayers that's coming over here. 2 sets of dwarf warriors, which are just really great infantry all around. Armor of 85, leadership, melee attack, melee defense of 40. They're just gonna, just get them there. Charge defense against large opponents, armored and shielded. And leading the charge for them are rangers, which are throwing axe infantry. And, yeah, so they have these great weapons to be able to defend themselves with. And, just get them in there. Let them do their work. Plus, they're hidden, so they'll surprise the enemy upon contact. So let's get this game started so we can take a look. And, alrighty. So this is a multiplayer battle where you're trying to take these points if you're not familiar with the Total Warhammer section of multiplayer. You still have land battles, which is the traditional way, And then they have a couple of others that they've been introducing or trying to make work. This is my favorite because it keeps the battlefield dynamic. He's got his Night Runners coming up. I can't see them right now. And I notice he's not really moving anybody over here. So I get all of my forces moving up. Ungrim and the Slayers. The Miners with blasting charges. Nobody ever suspects. And part of the reason to go with a dwarf build like this is speed. So Plague Claw catapults could be dangerous, but dwarves can kind of just tank shots like that. So, bringing in more miners. Right here. It's on. Taking the bottom point. He hasn't brought up any resistance, but rat ogres, right? Great, bring them on over. All of these have great weapons, perfect for killing rat ogres, plus the slayers, which are purpose-built for going after large units. Got the miners coming up ahead just to attack. I'm just trying to disrupt his front lines. I know as long as I've got my objective and this bottom objective, then the only thing I need to be worrying about is killing his troops. Oh my goodness. Oh, just help it, abominations as units. Oh, what is this? Molder monster. Regeneration. Passive ability, wounds. Base weapon damage, minus 20. Armor piercing, weapon damage, minus 20. Oh, just brutal. Too horrible to die. Oh, gosh. Alright, let's take a look. Yeah, right? Those blasting charges sure come in handy. On fire. Doing active damage to it. Ichor Claw's kind of testing the flanks there. Miner's going in with it with the shields here. And he's still trying to build up the units to the left-hand side. I'm just letting him do it. As long as I'm getting those points, I don't mind. Oh, try never to do this and get your units bunched up. It's bad for your health. Miners with blasting charges coming up here on his second point. I felt really good about this. I was like, I think I might be able to take it. Holding him down. He's got Ichor Claw's way out there, thank goodness. Got some more reinforcements coming in. 2 Slayers. Ungrim's coming up. He's got a personal vendetta against that Hell Pit. And over on the left-hand side here, the fighting starts coming in. I hadn't noticed yet. But Slayers are coming in. They'll make quick work of those rat ogres. And the Rangers will come in and tear him up to pieces pretty easy. He tried to get some wolf rats down here, but he's going up against Slayers, which are perfect for countering them. So now I've taken all 3 points. I mean, we're fighting over one a little bit because he's got some units running around. Night Runners. Hell Pit's going down. Oh yeah, there you go, I'm Grim. It's making a run for it. That's probably not coming back. So that's a lot of points that he just lost. Did 6,000. Oh man. Go for Umgrim. But we're holding it pretty well. He's bringing his sharpshooters over. Moving the units back to take my first point back here and then shore up the defenses. Because having like this forward defense line is keeping him off balance. And, you know, when you look at the points that you're making, it's very hard to keep up. Now, I'm doing a lot better at him in gold damage value, which is nice. But he's getting a lot of supplies. Oh, man. What's going down here? Oh, no. Even with the spell resistance of 35, that did so much work. All fighting the council guardsmen. But that's okay. Dwarves are here to fight and die. Oh, man. Miners are losing to some of them. So, at this point, I also launch an attack on the left-hand side here. Wolf rats, come on, let's do it. Oh, boy. And he starts to bring in as many troops as he can as well. Now, this is where these rangers really start to come in handy. There you go, boys. Have the dwarves fight it out. Chew them up. Alright. Let's see what's going on over here. So, at this point, we're, you know, our attention is being diverted. He's got some units. I've got some that are finally moving back up. Some reinforcements. Dwarf warriors. Long beards. But, I mean, he might be able to turn this game around. His Elpin Abomination is still in. His clan rats. But I'm leaving these forces to fight and die up here. I decide to bring Umgim back home. But I leave these guys, you know, this is your nut to crack. Deal with it. Oh, man. Skaven slaves. Come on, boys. You got this. Got my very few slayers all the way back here. Oh, yeah. Getting the work done. Oh, yeah. That was a lost cause. But on the right, we're still holding. Our forward troops are doing fantastic. Kind of pulling everyone else back. As the enemy finally regains control. But slayers and miners. And there's always my favorite part with these matches. Is there's always both armies are worn out. And you kind of consolidate forces again. And then you meet each other for one last section of the battle. But for him, it's going to be a tough hill to climb to come back with the victory points he doesn't have and that I do have. I kind of start to hunker down and know that as long as I've got my points, I'm going to be doing just fine. It's going to be a tall order for him to come back with, you know, the total allied total being 1,500. Oh, man. Yeah, go for it. Let him fight. Those miners still going for it. Making it tough for him. On the left flank, now he gets to do his counterattack with his wolf rats. Oh, his pit fighters. That's why they were so tough. The triple chevron. I got miners coming in, but I know these slayers are going to do great work against those pit fighters. And get rid of those, and clean up those wolf rats. With my forces reconsolidated, I go back on the attack. Let's take a look here. Longbeards and clan rats. Those longbeards are just going to clean them up. You know, high leadership, fantastic armor. Yeah, look at that. 1,500 damage dealt. just going to rack up those kills. But this hell pit. Oh. Forgot about it, and it comes back, and look how much of its health it has. Just slowly regenerating. So, the Slayers and Ungrim go back in. And I tell the Longbeards to keep going at them. But with that, it's too much to come back. And the legendary morale of the dwarves keep the Skaven at bay. Oh, man. Alrighty. Well, with that, that's the end of the replay. Thanks for watching. It's a pretty good fight. If you guys like playing Warhammer Total War 3, I've got all 3 games, so I'm always down to play. If, yeah, just hit me up. And that's where we're going to end it today. Thanks, everyone, for watching. I absolutely love Total War Warhammer, so I'll probably upload a couple of these that I've done recently. It's just a really great tactical game. And anyway, thanks for watching. Have a great one. Bye-bye.
I can feel